Hi, my name's Sue Ellam, and I'm a tarot reader and have been for 25 years. And I use a mythic tarot, which are based on Greek mythology. And we are changing things around a little bit again, because we did quite interesting question based on a card that fell out. So we're going to see what happens. So I picked a card, and I haven't told Carrie what it is yet. Then she's going to get a message for that card, and then I'm going to take 3 cards to expand on it. So here we go.
Wait, I'm Carrie Beleno. I'm an intuitive Reiki master teacher and a spiritual life coach. Pick me. And I'm going to get ready to tap into the actual message that's supposed to happen with this card. Go.
Sorry about that. I'm so used to you talking that I've just cut you out completely.
It's all good. I'm ready.
Who needs her anyway? This is the question. Oh, I better not say that. She might take it personally. Okay.
I don't take anything personally.
Okay, so the card is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is about money, it's about abundance, and it's about gathering, money and resources coming your way. And it doesn't matter where it comes from, but it's about abundance coming your way, but the beginning of a journey. So the abundance will enable you then to move forward on your journey.
Okay, so I think it's going to expand on the video that we just completed, and I did one this morning as well on rebuilding communities, and I think that's where this energy is headed. I really think that we can't talk about this enough, because the energy moving through October and into November, heading toward 2021, is about collaborating and moving forward and rebuilding our structures. And it's time to get people, the collective, off of the mourning, mourning, grieving of the broken structures and the things of the past that aren't working, and into creating with joy what unity for all of us looks like. And when you started to talk about shared resources and money and that card, I got this this vision of people working together and sharing the resources and tapping into unknown resources, money and abundance in general, and creating new with it. And I think that creation energy is what needs to be talked about and focused on. And so go.
Okie dokie. What has popped into my head is like old skills coming back. Things that, people used to do all the time, which have now been taken over by technology. And
like healing?
Yeah, but also like basket weaving, furniture making,
Yep.
Done the old way, and that things.
Yep.
Okay, so for abundance, we need to follow our intuition and recognize that life isn't meant to be solid, stable, concrete path we walk along. That is not what life is. And many people are now finding that. They're coming to that realization. The High Priestess is about following your intuition. And when our intuition kicks in, things change for us. And if we've always been very kind of structured, it can be quite disconcerting, because suddenly the ground is moving underneath our feet. We don't know where we're going. We haven't got a handle on everything in our lives anymore. And we need so much to tap into that intuition. And if we haven't used our intuition thus far, it's time to find it. It's time to trust that inner voice, because we won't go wrong. We won't be led down the wrong path if we trust that inner voice. But if we stick with the structures which are crumbling and we don't listen to our inner voice, we're going to crumble. We're going to go down with the structures because we haven't been adaptable to change. And again, we go back to people fearing change. If we follow our intuition, we've got here. The previous one was a high priestess, if I didn't mention it. We have here the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about passion, is about love and doing things we love. So get rid of the old structures, which, I mean, I'm seeing a vision of people in factories all lined up, doing the same thing day after day. And so, especially if they're using their hands, then they have problems with their hands, their wrists, and things like that, because they're not using other parts of their body. They're not using their mind or anything. They're just piecemeal doing the same thing over and over again, because a lot of structures make us into kind of machines. There's little to no interaction in some of these places. And if we don't do exactly what we're told, we're out of a job and then we're replaced by somebody else. So there's no individuality in a lot of these places. So people, in order to survive, they dumb down their passions, or they allocate their passion for a Saturday or a Sunday. And then the rest of the week, it's the dull, boring kind of put myself on hold. Put myself, it's like you have yourself, it's all vibrant and happy at the weekends or whenever you can follow what your passion is. And then come work time, it's like you put on a bodysuit and it completely covers all your individuality. It covers who you really are. And then you go and perform. You perform a way that's dictated by other people until it's time for you to take that bodysuit off again. And what I'm seeing is very much like an astronaut suit, or you just step into it and it covers you completely. So this is saying, if you can get into touch with your intuition, you can do it in small ways. Follow, even right now, say, well, what do I really want to do right this minute? Do I want to read a book? Do I want to continue watching this video? Do I want to go out and take a walk? Do I want to drink? But if we listen to what our intuition tells us, then we know what we want to do. But often we are on this path going in one direction, very much like robots, and a lot of the human race have been degraded to robot status. And it's time for that to change. It's time for abundance for everybody. And this isn't, is no point blaming governments and blaming things. They can only do what we allow them to do. They can only control us if we believe that they have control of us, and they actually don't. And it doesn't have to be demonstrations. Just be individual, be who you are, be fearless. And then passion will come into your life, and you'll wake up every day and think, oh, can't wait to get out and do this, which I really love to do. For some people, it's nature. For some people, it's accountancy. Some people, it is the stuff of the structures, but they're doing it because they love doing it. They have affinity with numbers. They're not being forced into it because they can never be a painter because, you can't make money at that. It's following your own passion, whatever that is, with no judgment. And that will create the magician. And the magician is, there's so many new paths ahead of me. I can learn new things. So, because once we follow our intuition, we get a handle on what we love, then our life expands. You could start doing one thing and then say, oh, I didn't realize I could do that. Or I would never have thought of it if I hadn't started doing this. So this is about opportunities. It's about following what our passion, where our passion leads us. And then we will find the people, the circumstances, the new learnings ahead of us, and our life completely opens up. And this is where abundance takes us. There you go.
Thank you. Well, I just want to wrap up with if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Don't let the message of the pandemic pass you by. We were called to figure out what we were passionate about, what matters to us, where we want our emotional energy, where we want our time and money spent, where our direction lies. And that's what we were called to do when the pandemic hit. And I want to caution all of you, because everyone has done it to a certain extent. And I want to make sure that you do not negate or erase all of that work that you did by tapping into your passion and such, by getting right back on the hamster wheel and forgetting about all of those things that matter to you. So I think you said that 3 or 4 times during the read, and I just want to reinforce it one more time.
Yeah, I do repeat myself, I must admit.
Oh, no. It's with each card, like that same theme.
Oh, no,
same thing.
Up. But I do tend to, I get this feeling of about hammering a point sometimes.
Right. Yeah, I do too. And
what just kind of came into my mind as well is that when people don't follow their intuition, and there's this belief system that the job you have is your source. The company you're working for,
it's your worth, your self-worth.
Yeah, and it's where, and they are the people, and that company is what is enabling you to feed your families, to do what you want to do, to go on holiday when we're allowed, and all these sorts of things. There's this belief that if we lose that job, then disaster will strike. But people have lost sight of the fact that the universe is the source. The universe sent the job. The universe gave us that opportunity. And why would we think that we wouldn't be given any other opportunity if that job goes? And I think this is where people get into this state of paralysis. They think, oh, I've got to jump through these hoops. I've got to do exactly what I'm told, because if I don't, I lose my job, and then I end up in the gutter, and we become homeless. And it's that fear that takes away people's lives and creates this robotic kind of, I've got to stick with this. But that company is not the source of anything. The universe is the source. So if you can just don't what's it? Yeah, go to the organ grinder, not the monkey, kind of thing, And so yeah, that's something that kind of came in that I needed to say as well.
Super, thank you.
Okay, so
all right, before we lose Sue completely, please like, share, and subscribe.
I don't think it's going to get any worse than this, but I do like becoming in a disembodied face.
Yes, you're something out of the Haunted Mansion in Disney World.
I wish it was that interesting. It is coming up Halloween, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, bye from me.
See you later.